Okay, little door lock video for you today. Onity standard door lock, screw for the battery compartment, and the connection for the on portal or the portable programmer device to program the lock. So indicator lights for status of the door, and if we take a guest room key, that's a standard light that they should see, and when you open the door. And then if we take an incorrect key, this is the standard that it would get for a door or a key that's rejected. If for some reason you go too quick and it can't read the lock, sometimes you'll get a delayed, can't do it here, but if it's too quick or somehow a bad read, you'll get a delayed red light. That same red light that you saw will just be like, 3 or 5 seconds later. That just tells you that it had trouble reading it, not necessarily a bad card. But an incorrect card will always be a red, or an expiration date, or something else that's wrong, and this lock is rejecting the key. So a good key, green light. If the deadbolt on the inside is thrown, you will get this flashing. Both red and green will alternate between the two, telling you that the deadbolt is done. Depending on how you have your keys set up, at this particular hotel, the maintenance key fob here has an override for the privacy, which allows you to bypass and allows you to open the lock. If you noticed on that particular one, a low battery is green is solid and red will flash. After the red is done flashing, then the lock will open and it will remain green, indicating that it's ready to open. So we're going to change the batteries on this one, and this is a T10. It doesn't need to be the security style if I remember correctly, but it's a T10 Torx 10. Goes into the center here. Unscrew the screw. Be careful not to lose the screw. It's just this tiny little, see if we can get that to focus. Little screw like this, little T10, save that. And then the cover is like hinged at the top with little hooks, so it tilts out and then can come off. And cover, these are the little tabs that it hinges on here that fit up inside these two slots. So pay attention to the orientation of the batteries, as if you notice positive on one side rather than alternating like some other products will have, and also positive pointing upwards. So just pull the batteries out. New set of batteries. I don't recommend this particular type for these locks because they only have like a 6-month or less lifespan here. If you get like, say, the Pro Cells, those have maybe a year or two of battery life in this application. The Pro Cell Constants, not the Intense. So I recommend those, but the convenience of these doors is that you can replace them without going into the room, and you do get notifications that the battery is getting low by that green light staying solid and the red light flashing. And one thing to pay attention to, when you first insert the batteries, I'll take it out just to show you, pay attention to the light. You'll get this particular flash sequence. You see that, and then there'll be a real rapid flash, and that will tell you that it's done right there. That was the rapid flash. That tells you the door is good and it's ready to go. So one trick, some people have trouble with the screw if they leave the screw inside the hole. So you take the screw and you balance it on the end, just like that, and then you can push it right inside the hole, leave this right there, and then you can just tighten the screw down. There you go. Now we can test with the guest room key that's made for this one. Opens up, still works. This is an incorrect room key. Once again, rejected. And then the maintenance key that would show low batteries, perfect, no low batteries. And then also we'll show you that deadbolt activated. Since it looks a lot like a low battery, but you'll see the difference here. It doesn't end in green, it's just a constant alternating flash and then goes away. So, and of course, the wrong room key will continue to show the same. And then any keys that have the privacy override enabled, which shouldn't be any of the housekeeping keys, it should be only managers and maintenance. None of the front desk, none of the housekeeping supervisor, all those should have privacy option disabled. So the maintenance key will open it up as if the deadbolt's not there and allow the door to be opened. This is for use in case of emergencies or something, or if you have a problem and the guest has, locked themselves in the room, or you have an uninvited guest or overstayed their welcome, then you get one of the managers to open the door. So those are the differences in the lights. Once again, red light, key is being rejected by the lock. That either means you need to update the lock with the portable programmer or rekey it. If you rekey it, just use the read function on the programmer to see if it's expired or it was programmed to the wrong door. If everything looks good, then use the portable programmer in here and update the lock. That usually resolves 99% of the problems. The next one is your batteries, and the battery will be a green solid light with a red flashing light. If the batteries get extremely low to the point where they can't even open the door, then this will be a very fast flashing red, and then it will stop, and that's all it will do is real fast red, stop. And just replace the batteries and you're back in business. And then alternating red, green back and forth is the deadbolt's been thrown. And then if you use a blocking key and you block the door, then it's just several red flashes. Slower than the dead battery one. I think it's like 3 or 4 pulses and then that's it on red, telling you that the door's been blocked. So that's it.